No, wait. After I'm going to want to celebrate you for today. We want to celebrate you for this university. We want to celebrate you for the glory.
But our final chancellor is the honorable chancellor for the universities. And is the wisdom of the essential wisdom of the university. I will say so, His Excellency, Chief Dr. Muki, also Ahmed John MNI, the shout is coming from the side of Mumbai. Yes. But our vice chancellor is the current chairman, senior vice chancellor of the citizens. I would like to now the presidents of the deputy chairman of council to achieve the house for listening of the financial justice of the citizens. Shooting. Also in our midst is Professor Secretary General, Political Vice Chancellor of Nigerian Universities. This can be straight home. We have better experience with the state. This can let us appreciate her. Also with respect to the Mr. Frank Second, the former Minister of Information and Communications, so have with respect to the Federation, and such so have presents the senior guest speaker for today's 24th convocation ceremony. Some of so that was because of the fact that the senior guest speaker, 23rd Director General, is appreciating the event. I would also like to welcome the presence of the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Raphael, sir, and this can be appreciated. Now, the Executive let us appreciate you. Esteemed guests, start to continue the establishment of the protocols. Thank you. Hello.
Close friend and a member of the House.
Barrister, gentleman, amigo. Thank you for coming, sir.
Okay, we shall make other recognitions as we make progress with these ceremonies, but I can see that the mood here is very, very right, and the feeling is high. I welcome you formally to the 23rd convocation ceremonies of Igbinedion University, Okada, the very first private university in Nigeria with certificate number 001. Can we celebrate this great university? We now turn it over to the registrar of this university, who will take full charge of this all-important event, Mr. Ahola Oge. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the well-established protocol. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to align myself with the protocol already established by the university protocol officers. Before inviting the Honorable Chancellor to declare the convocation open, May I respectfully call on the Vice Chancellor to kindly step forward to receive the college flag colors from the respective college officers in the following order. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. The first is Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan College of Arts and Social Sciences. College Officer, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan Ebele College of Arts and Social Sciences. Please proceed. Malang Sanusi Lamido Sanusi College of Business and Management Studies. Proceed. General Abubakar A. Abdusalami College of Engineering. Alayelua Oba Okunade Shijuade Olubushe, the Second College of Health Sciences. Oba Erediowa College of Law. Oba Adeye Eniton Ogunwusi Ojaja, the Second College of Natural and Applied Sciences. Last but not the least, Dora Akunili College of Pharmacy. The law establishing Igbinedion University empowers the university to grant degrees, diplomas, licenses, certificates, and other distinctions as the need arises. Section 18, subsection 2 of the law stipulates that the Honorable Chancellor shall declare the convocation open. May I therefore respectfully invite the Honorable Chancellor of Igbinedion University to declare the 23rd convocation ceremony open. Honorable Chancellor, sir.
By the powers vested in me as Chancellor, I hereby constitute the Assembly as the 23rd convocation of Igbinedion University, at which bachelor's, master's degree, PhD degrees, and diploma shall be conferred. I declare the convocation open.
May I request that those people milling around should please take their seats. This is a solemn assembly. We don't want movement around, please. Honorable Chancellor, sir, may I now call upon the Vice Chancellor to address
That didn't fuck me up.
Your Excellency, the Honorable Chancellor, Founder, Proprietor, Chairman of Board of Regents, Igbinedion University, Okada. Your Excellency, the Deputy Chancellor, Chairman of Council, and Pro-Chancellor, Deputy Chairman of Council, all members of Council, our very revered guest speaker today, Brigadier General Rafi. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I plead to stand on the well-embellished and established protocol. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me not forget to acknowledge IUO. IUO, IUO. Please say it like you mean it so that they can hear. IUO. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, convocation ceremonies like this provide the portal to formally recognize and celebrate the successful completion of any academic training, to confer degrees on the deserving graduates, and to induct them into the community of educated professionals and alumni. The essence is to validate achievement, celebrate milestones, mark transitions, inspire purpose, and strengthen institutional identity. Your Excellency, this ceremony is a ceremonial bridge between learning and lifelong professional responsibility. It is therefore with gratitude to Almighty God and a heart filled with profound joy and a deep sense of pride that I stand before you today to welcome you all to the 23rd convocation ceremony of our great university, Igbinedion University, Okada. This day represents the culmination of years of intense intellectual pursuit, relentless dedication, and resilient spirit. We are gathered here not just to confer degrees, but to celebrate the triumphant transformation of bright minds into skilled professionals, inventors, and future leaders of our nation and the world at large. At this point, I extend our profound gratitude to His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We also express our appreciation to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State. We are deeply thankful to the Honorable Minister of Education for his enabling policies that have given private universities an opportunity to thrive and excel in Nigeria. We are partly honored by the presence of distinguished personalities here, highly honored. On top of the list is the guest speaker of yesterday's convocation lecture, Honorable Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sumunu, Honorable Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, who, as a matter of fact, delivered a very powerful and thought-provoking lecture yesterday. And the title was The Nexus Between Education and National Prosperity in a Transformative Economy. At today's ceremony, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have the honor of having a very distinguished and ebullient guest speaker, Brigadier General Lakunle Oluseyi Nafiu, the Director General, National Youth Service Corps of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He shall be discussing the need to interrogate the potentials, prospects, and challenges of AI as the new order in higher education. We do not take your esteemed presence for granted. You are welcome, sir. Our Honorable Chancellor, sir, Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawa Igbinedion, CFR, the Esamo of the Benin Kingdom, and by extension, the Esamo of the universe. We salute you especially today, sir. Your dream, your sacrifice, your resolute belief in the power of education laid the foundation upon which we all stand here today. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us acknowledge this rare feat with a round of applause. Sir, we owe you a debt of gratitude to our ever-supportive Deputy Chancellor, who recognized with great appreciation His Excellency Chief Lucky Igbinedion, who continues to be a critical pillar of strength to this university. Please, another round of applause to him. I wish to especially recognize the sagacious leadership of our Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Professor Ahmed Tijani Mora, OON, MNI. In the same vein, let me also recognize and acknowledge with so much joy our very distinguished Deputy Chairman of Council, Chief Dr. Charles Edusonwa, SAN, and all the esteemed and distinguished members of Council that have been introduced to you. Your strategic guidance, wisdom, and steadfast guidance have been the bedrock of our stability and progress. We acknowledge the presence of top government officials, both at state and national level. To captains of industry here present, we value your partnership and look forward to deepening our collaborations that bridges the gap between the town and GAM. Your Excellency, sir, we have in our midst our regulators and our development partners. The National University Commission is here present. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, is present. The National Youth Service Corps is
Led by the General
They don't know anything. Because that's power. He's feeding. That's what it's
It's both power and feeding.
for the regulation of engineering in Nigeria, Institute of Chartered Accountants, and many others who are here. We welcome you to this very great occasion. A special appreciation also goes to the body of the alumni. You are the torchbearer of our legacy, excelling in diverse fields across the globe and proudly representing the Igbinedion University brand. Your successes are our most compelling testimonials, and your continued engagement and mentorship of our current students enrich our community immeasurably. We are very proud of you. Let me also use this opportunity to give a heartfelt welcome to our friends and families who have traveled far and wide and near to share this joyous moment with their world and their children and their loved ones. Your sacrifice has not gone unnoticed, and may the Almighty God continue to grant you all your heart desires. To the graduating class of 2025. Our presence here today is only made possible by you, the graduating class of 2025. On behalf of the entire university community, I extend my warmest and most heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. And what I'm about to say, dear graduates, if it is correct, all I need to hear from you is confirmed. Now listen. You have navigated a rigorous academic journey, true or false. You have spent countless nights in the library and engaged in stimulus debates in your lecture hall. You have toiled in laboratories and persevered through challenges. You have been excellent ambassadors of your various disciplines. And today we celebrate your resilience, your intellectual curiosity, and your ultimate success. Please, can you give yourself a round of applause? Thank you. May I now remind you, I know you know, but for the purposes of emphasis, that you are graduating from Nigeria's premier private university, an institution built on a legacy of excellence and innovation. As you step out into the world, you carry with you not just a certificate, but a well-rounded education designed to make you globally competitive. Please remember the values instilled in you here, which include one, integrity, hard work, service to humanity. And as you go forth,
Be the agents of change. The world is waiting for you to make an imprint. Once again, I congratulate you. Your Excellencies, now let me give you an analysis of what we call the stats for today's graduating class of 2025. This year, we are proud to present a total of 1,050 candidates for the conferment of the first degree and higher degrees and diplomas and award of prizes. A detailed breakdown shows that 67 students are graduating with the first class honors. I need to mention at this point that this is a remarkable feat that speaks to your exceptional brilliance and dedication. 408 will be graduating with the second class upper division. 162 with second class lower division. And we have 225 others in various distinguished categories. Your Excellency, I need to mention that in this graduating class, for the MBBS, we have 3 distinctions in community medicine. We have 3 distinctions in pediatrics. We have 1 distinction in internal medicine and 1 distinction in obs and gynae. We have several distinctions in the B farm, bringing the total of first degree graduates to 862. Furthermore, Your Excellencies, we will be conferring 188 higher degrees, including postgraduate diplomas, masters, and doctorates across various disciplines, and is as follows. The PhD degree is 59. The master's degree is 103. And the postgraduate diploma is 26. Your Excellency, sir, this demonstrates our commitment to advancing knowledge and producing specialists who can drive development at the highest level. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please listen to me as I make this proclamation. A cornerstone of value of our university degree is its global recognition. I am proud to announce to you that all our academic programs have maintained their full accreditation status with the National University Commission and all other professional bodies. Your Excellency, a brief detail of our program statistics shows that as evidence of Igbinedion University's ascending profile, we have a very rich bouquet of programs that we offer. Currently, there are 34 undergraduate programs, 55 postgraduate programs running through 7 colleges, 3 schools, and 34 departments. The total number of programs run by this university is 89. Your Excellency, as part of academic matters, we would like to inform our general public and our stakeholders and development partners that we have commenced hybrid postgraduate program, which is the blended system, virtual and in-person. So there is no longer inhibition in our postgraduate program here in Igbinedion University. We have also commenced additional programs in the Center for the Distant Learning, which will include BSc Computer Science, Masters in Business Administration, and BSc Nursing. The institution has also established the ICANN Study Center, which was approved by ICANN. We have also established the Center for Gender Studies in this university. Your Excellency, as part of our mandatory academic requirement, we always induct our students in time so that they can acquire their license and practice their various professions. In the period under review, we did the 10th professional oath-taking ceremony for the Bachelors of Nursing, the 15th oath-taking and induction ceremony for the Medical Laboratory Science, the 14th professional oath-taking induction for the pharmacy graduates of the university, and of course, the 19th batch of the medical doctors of Igbinedion University, Okada. In other words, we train, we graduate, and we induct at the appropriate time. I think we deserve another round of applause. Your Excellency, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in the period under review, aside from the already established 62 partnerships that we have in the university, we have increased the number. We now have collaboration with Vilnius University in Lithuania, where we are partnering with them for digital medicine. We also have collaboration with the Republic of China, where our university is part of the China Africa Vocational Training. We also have collaboration with the Institute of Cuba. Of course, this Cuba relationship was established by Honorable Chancellor himself. We have also established the partnership with European Union Swan partners, 8 of them, and the Igbinedion University is part of them. We also have collaboration with the Soilless Farm Laboratory. Of course, our window of America still stands as one of the best windows of America in Nigeria, in the American consulate. On the areas of grants and endowment, the university has continued to improve in the standard of research. The Africa Unit project is still on. The Africa Unit fifth core was also awarded to our university. Igbinedion University will be leading the university in Ethiopia and the university in Uganda on this project. Our university is one of the universities in the 8th consortium that won the EU grant on sustainable plastic project. And that project is 800,000 euros. Your Excellency, our Liverpool John Moss grant has reached the 5th grant now, where we provide training for rural women on digital excellence. Now, laurels, awards, and elevation. I'm sure this will interest you, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is also a moment of immense pride as we turn the spotlight to the remarkable achievements of the university, our dedicated faculty, our brilliant students, and esteemed alumni who have consistently distinguished themselves both at the national and local level. The university has continued to win the Who Are We Award and honors for 3 years running, both at the Vice Chancellor's level and at the student level. Our student, Ms. Issa Fatah Azumi, won the 2024 ICANN Duet examination. We also have the best performance in the last ICANN examination, Ms. Peace Akintola. We also have one of the best performance in the law school, where we had 4 of our students having first class honors in the law school. They made first class here and also made first class in the law school. It tells a lot of story. Please, can we give them a round of applause? Our university chapter of Society for Petroleum Engineers have continued to win the award for 3 years running in recognition of their steadfastness and professional disposition. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Morutala, a graduate of the College of Pharmacy, I'm sure this again will interest our Pro-Chancellor, emerged the best intern in the year 2025 at the end of 1 year intensive training at the Nigerian National Natural Medicine Development Agency in Lagos. The College of Medicine is not left out. A 500 level medical student won the 2025 WTC Congress Award. She is Ms. Sarah Pulumi, who was selected as a student ambassador for the 2025 World Transplant Congress, which held in Texas. Your Excellency, sir, we are happy to announce in the presence of the Director General of NYSC, here present and well seated, that the 2025 NYSC Presidential Honors Award also went to a graduate of Igbinedion University, Ms. Iheye Joy, a graduate of Electrical and Electronic Engineering University. Just for the record, to mention that the Vice Chancellor here speaking was appointed the chairman of the Presidential Select Committee for these awards. I insist, clap if you are clapping. More like it. Thank you very much. We have had series of public lectures to ensure that the academic 8 Triumph interactive boards that are limited for interactive session in the university. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when we applaud and acknowledge our Chancellor, it is not just because of his fatherly advice. It is not just because he's the proprietor, certainly one of the reasons. But I need to mention at this point that the intervention strides of the Honorable Chancellor is huge and impressive. Currently, the Chancellor is constructing quadruple-story buildings to house academic departments and administrative offices with 72 classrooms. Currently, the Honorable Chancellor is constructing a 300-bed space female hostel to significantly improve accommodation of female students in the university. As we speak now, the Honorable Chancellor has completed a 150 housing unit to support the dedicated staff of the university as incentive to retain, and also his humanitarian gesture. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Chancellor is also embarking on the provision of 200 bed space accommodation for Igbinedion University Teaching Hospital. And again, this will interest our Pro-Chancellor, that the Honorable Chancellor has again embarked the development of an ultra-modern College of Pharmacy building equipped with laboratories and alumni engagement, which has been a part of our growth. We want to thank you, but just to mention that the alumni of this university donated medical equipment. They handed over a bus terminal. They provided opportunity for alumni interactions, provided an endowment. They are currently building a center for entrepreneurship and innovation. And one alumnus has also donated the sum of 300,000 Joseph Ikoroda to every best graduating student in mass communication. Your Excellency, sir, just to let the general public know that when we come on board, it will not be strange to you. As a result of increase in energy consumption charges, our university applied to the Edo State government, the Ministry of Energy, for license to generate and distribute power. And I'll tell you with every assurance that that license has been granted. To our host community, we want to thank you for accommodating us. We want to thank you for being very, very wonderful hosts, partners in process. Please, we'll give you a round of applause, our host community. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Dear proud parents, this address will not be complete without acknowledging the critical role you play in the leadership and the training of your students and your ward. We congratulate you all on this enviable milestone. And again, I repeat, may God grant you all your heart desires. The faculty of staff and staff, the principal officers, entire management team of this university, I doff my hat for all of you. There is nothing I can do as a vice chancellor without your contribution. I declare publicly that you have been immense support to this administration, and I thank you all, and I pray that God again will continue to provide for you and enrich your household. Members of staff, claim the blessing. May the Lord enrich your household. And conclusion, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, Honorable Chancellor, sir, the chairman and members of the Governing Council, I thank you for this wonderful opportunity. But more importantly, to the class of 2025, you depart not just with a degree, but with the knowledge, character, and resilience to eliminate the world. I say to you, go forth and be inventors. Be the leaders and be the change makers of our nation, which the world again urgently needs. As proud ambassadors of Igbinedion University, may you achieve even greater heights. And always remember that you have a home here as worthy alumnus. Thank you very much, and may God bless Igbinedion University. Thank you.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, may I now invite the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council, Igbinedion University, to address convocation.
Your Excellency, the Chancellor of Igbinedion University, Okada, Chief Gabriel Igbinedion, CFR, the SMA of Benin Kingdom. I want to align myself with the already established protocol. It is my pleasure to warmly welcome our esteemed guests, parents, guardians, and most importantly, the graduates to the 23rd convocation ceremony of Igbinedion University, Okada. Today, the university will confer degrees and diplomas on students who have successfully passed their examinations and fulfilled all other conditions set by the Senate. All the graduates have demonstrated excellence in both character and learning, and in conformity with global university standards. They will receive their degrees and diplomas before this August gathering. This convocation marks the 23rd in the history of the university since its establishment on 10th of May, 1999. Igbinedion University, Okada remains the premier private university in Nigeria. Without being immodest, we are proud of our accomplishments over the past 26 years. It's a productive training ground for Nigeria's much-needed manpower to drive the nation's governance and economy. Beyond pioneering private university education in Nigeria, Igbinedion University Okada stands out today among private universities for its national character, particularly within its top hierarchy and principal officers. This remarkable achievement is a testament of the vision of the founder and chancellor of the university, His Excellency Sir Dr. Gabriel Igbinedion, CFR, the SMA of Benin Kingdom. From the chancellor to the deputy chancellor, His Excellency Chief Lucky Igbinedion, two-time governor of Edo State, the pro-chancellor, vice chancellor, other principal officers of the university, the chief medical director of Igbinedion University, Okada, and several directors. Our leadership team comprises Nigerians from Edo, Delta, Benue, Jigawa, Kogi, Kaduna, and other states. Indeed, the membership of the 7th Governing Council is even more diverse from virtually all geographical zones of the country. In addition, the academic, administrative, and technical staff members of the university reflect a broad national spread covering almost all states of the Federation. Igbinedion University Okada also has one of the largest staff residential estates on campus among private universities in Nigeria, further strengthening our academic community. The Vice Chancellor has mentioned that. So, on behalf of the Governing Council, I am delighted to heartily welcome Brigadier General Olakule Oluseyi Nafiu, the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, who will deliver the convocation lecture titled Interrogating the Potentials, Prospects, and Challenges of AI. That is, artificial intelligence is the new order in higher education. This is an extremely timely and well-chosen topic, and we could not have invited a more suitable personality to deliver it. More importantly, there exists a strong, interesting similarity between Igbinedion University Okada and the National Youth Service Corps. The NYSC, established in the early 1970s, has grown to become the largest tourism-linked movement in Nigeria. Similarly, Igbinedion University Okada, since its establishment, has attracted students from across Nigeria and beyond, arguably more than any other private university in the country. It is therefore appropriate to state that the graduates of Igbinedion University Okada remain among the largest and most diverse groups contributing to the NYSC from private universities, and certainly surpassing several states and some newer federal universities. To our graduates, I appeal to you to continue to be worthy ambassadors of Igbinedion University Okada wherever you find yourselves. Thank you very much for listening. May Almighty God continue to bless Igbinedion University Okada and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you and God bless. Thank you.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I now have the privilege to call upon the Honorable Chancellor, Igbinedion University, to address convocation. Honorable Chancellor, sir.
I stand before you to bring you a further speech. Chief Gabriel Osawa Igbinedion, the Chancellor, founder of Igbinedion University Okada, and the Esama of the universe. His Excellency Gabriel Osawa Igbinedion speech. The Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Governing Council, and of course the titans of the 7th Council. The Deputy Chairman of Council, able Vice Chancellor, and members of its administrative team, guest speaker, the Brigadier General Nafiu, the Director General of Nigerian Youth Service Corps, our Royal Fathers here present, very distinguished deans and directors, palace chiefs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. As we gather here to celebrate the highlight of activities marking this year's convocation ceremony, it is my singular honor and profound delight to welcome you all to Nigeria's first private university. This 23rd convocation is not just another annual ceremony, but a significant milestone in our quarter-century journey of unrelenting commitment to academic excellence, leadership, and character modeling. We remain unwaveringly committed to our foundational vision of building a world-renowned Saturday of learning that annually launches a new generation of future-ready champions into the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the real stars of today's event are our class of 2025. These accomplished graduates who, having endured countless hours of toil and gone through the exciting rigor of lectures, examinations, and intense research, are today being celebrated for successfully completing their courses of study and ready to unleash their creative and productive potentials upon the world. I say a big congratulations. But as you step out, I charge you with this: carry the light of Igbinedion University with pride wherever you go. Be ambassadors of integrity, innovation, and compassion. In a world grappling with complex challenges, do not be a mere spectator, but be the ethical leaders in your chosen fields. Be the entrepreneurs who create wealth and opportunities for others. Be the critical thinkers who solve the problems others shy away from. Remember the values instilled in you here: hard work, discipline, and service to humanity. Let your success be defined not only by your personal achievements, but by the positive impact you make on your community and our nation, Nigeria. The world is your canvas. Go forth and paint a masterpiece. As I congratulate our distinguished graduates, I also would like to specially salute the parents and family members who diligently supported them all through the journey. I am sure that the compelling joy of this memorable day is evident reward for your sacrifices. May this day mark the beginning of a lifetime of celebration for you and your world. Ladies and gentlemen, in a landscape now populated by numerous private universities, the question often arises: what is the Igbinedion University standard? Our answer is clear and unwavering. We do not take our premier position for granted. We readily accept the leadership burden that our pioneering status imposes on us. Our standard is a relentless focus on holistic education, where academic distinction works hand in hand with moral integrity. It is our world-class infrastructure and our commitment to producing graduates who are not just job seekers, we do not just impart knowledge, we ignite a passion for lifelong learning and service. This is the Igbinedion difference, a standard of excellence that is both a beacon and a benchmark. A customary cornerstone of our annual convocation is the intellectual feast provided by the carefully selected distinguished convocation lecturers who come for productive intellectual engagement with Igbinedion University students, staff, and management, and governing council. This year, we have the privilege of playing host to two eminent personalities, whose insight will no doubt profoundly enrich our academic landscape. Our first speaker, who delivered this lecture yesterday, Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sununu, the Minister of State for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. He is a titan in the fields of medicine and politics. His thought-provoking lecture thoroughly challenged our perspective on the nexus between education and national prosperity in the transformative economy. Today, we have Brigadier General Olukunle Oluseyi Nafiu, the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, as our guest speaker. He is an accomplished artillery officer and a consummate intellectual. Before his appointment as DG NYC this year, he had held critical military command appointments in the service of our nation. I am confident that we and the nation at large will greatly be enriched by his lecture. Honorable Minister, my General, I thank both of you for not only accepting to be part of our 23rd convocation, but for also acceding to our request that you share your considerable experience and uniquely innovative perspectives with our university community. The smooth and functioning of this great university and its successes we celebrate today would not be possible without the dedication of many. I must therefore place on record my profound appreciation to the chairman and members of the Governing Council for their steadfast guidance and productive oversight. To our Vice Chancellor, Management, and Senate for the academic and administrative leadership, and to all our staff, academic and non-teaching, you are the true engine of this institution. To you, we owe eternal debt of gratitude. As we celebrate this 23rd convocation, let us be mindful of the education remains the most powerful weapon for a changing world. Igbinedion University remains resolutely committed to being a forge where such world changers are modeled. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all once again for being part of this historic celebration. May God bless you all. May God bless Igbinedion University, and may God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I appeal to those who are at the back that they should find their seats and they should stop moving around. This is not an occasion where there will be discussions and movements and distractions. Please, I'm appealing to you. Take your seat and be quiet and listen to the proceedings of this assembly. Thank you very much. Honorable Chancellor, sir, may I, with pleasure, invite the following individuals and organizations to present to the Vice Chancellor their goodwill messages to the university on this auspicious occasion. First is the Secretary General of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. Secretary General, Committee of Nigerian Universities. The Vice Chancellor, University of Abuja. The Vice Chancellor, Ahmadu Bello University. The Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Petroleum Resources, Efuru. The Vice Chancellor, Bayes University, Abuja. the President, African University of Science and Technology, Abuja, the Vice Chancellor, Pamo University of Medical Sciences, Port Harcourt, the Vice Chancellor, Benson Idahosa University, Benin City, the Vice Chancellor, Covenant University, Ota, the Vice Chancellor, Delta State University, Abraka, the Vice Chancellor, Wellspring University, Benin City, the Honorable Chief Justice of Edo State, the Registrar and Chief Executive of Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, the Registrar, Visions Educational and Management Consultant, Oweri, formerly the Registrar of Igbinedion University, and the former Registrar of Igbinedion University, Mr. Benji Bakari. He sent in his goodwill. The Vice Chancellor, Rivers State University, Honorable Chancellor, sir, may I now invite the university orator to read the citation of the guest speaker, Brigadier General Olukunle Oluseye Nafiu, Director General, National Youth Service Corps. Orator, sir.
The Honorable Chancellor, sir, permit me to request, most respectfully, Brigadier General Olakunle Oluseye Nafiu to be upstanding for his citation. It is expected. It is expected. You will do more. Citation of Brigadier General Olakunle Oluseye Nafiu, the Director General, National Youth Service Corps, our guest speaker on the occasion of the 23rd convocation ceremony lecture of the private university, Igbinedion University, taking place today, the 29th day of November, 2025 at the University Auditorium. Mr. Chairman, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Fuller, the most legendary mathematician, once said, an invisible determination can accomplish almost anything. And in this lies a great distinction between great men and little men. I can tell you for free, Mr. Chairman, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that Brigadier General Olakunle Oluseye Nafiu has an invisible determination which has led to his great fortune and achievement as a Brigadier General. Can you applaud him for that, please? Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this brigadier with God and glory is an alumnus of the prestigious U.S. Army War College, Caliso, Pennsylvania State, from where he bagged a Master's of Strategy Study as a member of the class of 2022 resident course. He equally holds a Master of International Affairs Diplomacy from the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria,
and a Bachelor of Science degree with honors in geography from the Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna. He has a strong competence in policy and strategy formulation and possesses strong interpersonal relationship. Let's applaud him. Mr. Chairman, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when Winston Churchill said, "We sleep safely at night because tough men stand ready to visit violence on those who will harm us," no one would have imagined that he was referring to a brave soldier aptly described in the person of Brigadier General Nafi, with an extensive experience in peacekeeping and working in multicultural and complex environments, having served in various capacities with the United Nations peacekeeping mission in Liberia, Sudan, and South Sudan. Mr. Chairman, sir, Brigadier General Olakule has a solid background in organizational policy formulation and structure management, and is an experienced administrator with some critical and system thinking skills, having served extensively as Deputy Director, Establishment, Deputy Director, Staff Duties, and Assistant Director, Procurement at the Army Headquarters. He is a graduate of the Indian Army War College, Army War College Nigeria, and the United States Army War College. He later served as a directing staff instructor in the Army War College Nigeria. Honorable Chancellor, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Lakule Lafiu has had command of 3 different units, 2 of which were in combat against the Boko Haram terrorist group, propagating extremist ideology in the northern eastern part of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to his appointment as Director General NYSC, he served as Chief of Staff to the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O. Oluyede, and his predecessor, the late Lieutenant General T.A. Lagbaja, CFR. Mr. Chairman, sir, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, upon assumption of office as the Director General NYSC on the 6th of March 2025, Brigadier General Nafiu, as is fondly called by his friends and colleagues, unveiled the policy thrust of his administration with a focus on the following. And I tell you this: 1, repositioning the NYSC to meet contemporary as well as future challenges, ensuring the welfare and security of corps members for a rewarding national service. You can applaud him for that. They are all here. Preparing corps members for self-reliance and national development, enhancement of staff welfare, capacity building, and career development for optimal service delivery. Engaging in strategic partnership for the achievement of the objective of the scheme, among others. Mr. Chairman, sir, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in the course of his professional military career, he twice served as unit adjutant, twice commanded batteries, and commanded artillery regiment 3 times, twice in the NE theater of operation. He served as military assistant to the principal staff officer at the Army headquarters 2 times. He was aide-de-camp to the general officer commanding 2nd Division Nigeria Army from December 2003 to December 2005, and later aide-de-camp force commander of the United Nations mission in Liberia from December 2005 to March 2008. He's not done yet. He was a United Nations military observer in Sudan, where he actively participated in the monitoring of South Sudan independence referendum in 2011, and later served as staff officer in the United Nations mission in South Sudan, where he served in the Operation Cell of the Force Headquarters. Brigadier Nafiu was NYSC camp commander in Kaduna State in 2008. Honorable Chancellor, sir, beyond this great achievement of Brigadier General Nafiu, he's married and has 2 children. At his leisure, he enjoys driving, traveling. You won't believe it. He also cooks very well, appreciating nature and making friends. Permit me, Mr. Chairman, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to invite this brave and articulate Brigadier General with God and glory to deliver this year's convocation lecture. Brigadier, sir.
His Excellency, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Igbinedion, CFR, Honorable Chancellor, Igbinedion University, Okada, Your Excellency, the Deputy Chancellor, Your Excellency, the Pro-Chancellor and Chair of Council and other distinguished council members and members of the Governing Council, the Vice Chancellor, principal officers of this prestigious university, members of the University Senate, and other members of the academia and administrative staff, our proud and happy graduating students and members of their families, members of the National Youth Service Corps here, I recognize you. Senior officers, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound humility that I stand before you today as Nigeria's first private university, an institution that has shown for 26 years that excellence in higher education is achievable through vision, courage, and commitment. As someone dedicated to national service, I am honored to address this assembly of brilliant minds who represent both our nation's present and future. I wouldn't know what informed my choice as today's speaker. You've listened to my resume and nothing caught out the AI topic that we'll be discussing. But I only hope and pray that the selection committee will still have their jobs at the end of the day. Up front, let me confess that this is my first time of speaking in such a setting as this. So if we get off on a shaky start, I implore you to just relax. We are going to pick up the pace as we continue. To the graduating class, I congratulate you on reaching this significant milestone. While this is a great accomplishment, it's important to remember that life isn't that fair, and that this achievement shouldn't be a reason to rest on your laurels. In simple terms, let me bust your bubble a little. Life, in the real sense of it, is just having your time. It's about to get really real. First, the scheme and privilege to lead the National Youth Service Corps eagerly awaits you for your mandatory one-year national service, especially for those graduating before their 30th birthday. What the 1 year of NYC does is basically to transition you from a student mentality to an employee mentality, where you wake up early, get dressed, go to work, and be accountable to some sort of human resource manager. Yes, we pay at the end of the month. Not necessarily as much as you would have wished for, or your parents pay, but enough to make you learn accountability, financial discipline, and the realities of adult life. We do many more, and I look forward to welcoming you to our camps across the country in the coming months. Oh yes, I'm quite aware that some of you here might already have started your NYC experience. I only hope for those in that category, it has been rewarding as the MVCH. So what do I have to bore you with this afternoon? The topic at hand, interrogating the potentials, prospects, and challenges of artificial intelligence, AI for short, as the new order in higher education, is not academic abstraction. It is an examination of forces that will determine whether Africa becomes an architect or spectator in the fourth industrial revolution, also known as the 4IR. Whether our youths will master technology or be mastered by it, and whether the Nigerian higher institutions will lead a renaissance or fade into irrelevance. Let me be direct. We are not discussing whether AI will transform higher education. That transformation is already underway. In Stanford and Singapore, in Johannesburg and Nairobi, and yes, increasingly in Lagos, Abuja, and even right here in Edo State. The question before us is thicker and more urgent. Will we shape this transformation, or will it shape us? It is indisputable that education is vital for driving economic growth, reducing poverty and crime, promoting social equality, and fostering innovation. On their part, institutions of higher learning, particularly universities, play a crucial role in producing skilled graduates and advancing social progress. They are centers of knowledge creation and critical thinking, preparing the next generation for societal needs. Thus, we should expect universities to lead in the transition to AI-enabled living, a fundamental of the fourth industrial revolution. But what actually is AI, otherwise known as machine learning, knowledge, engineering, and automation technology? According to John Gamadi of Sony Electronics, AI is the simulation of human processes, thinking or learning by machines, most commonly computers. From lecture halls and homes to retail space, AI is all everywhere in our everyday lives, and its applications are continually expanding with no end in sight. What then is the imperative of this new normal for their country, Nigeria? Nigeria is at a pivotal moment in its history. With 60% of our population of over 200 million people under 25 years, we have a demographic dividend that can fuel significant economic growth. However, without strategic investment in AI-enhanced education, this advantage could fade, leaving millions unprepared for an AI-driven global economy. Consider the mathematics of our moment. Nigeria's AI market is projected to grow 27% annually, potentially adding $15 billion to our gross domestic product by the year 2030. Yet, as these opportunities multiply, so does the risk of being left behind, not for lack of talent, but for insufficient vision, infrastructure, and institutional courage required to compete. Our higher institutions must therefore prepare young Nigerians not just to participate in the new economy, but to lead and shape it. Sugata Mitra, a renowned Indian computer scientist, showed through his hole-in-the-wall experiment that children can teach themselves complex concepts with minimal guidance. He noted that AI can empower children's curiosity, allowing them to self-learn through intelligent tools. This insight captures both the promise and the paradigm shift before us, that we can move from teacher-centered instructions to learner empowered discoveries. I believe I can then probably submit that AI literacy is crucial. It goes beyond technical skills to encompass national security, economic sovereignty, and social justice. The educational choice or choices we make today will impact future generation tremendously. So what then are the potentials of AI in our higher education system? Let me speak about what AI makes possible. Not in theory this time around, but in practice. Not in a distant future, but in our present reality. First, AI brings about the instructional revolution. Many of our higher institutions of education face a significant challenge: large, uneven student to faculty ratio that makes meaningful engagement difficult. Many public universities report enrollment of over 1,000 students per course, a situation mirrored in South African public universities. How does a lecturer engage 1,000 minds in a physical class? The answer until now has been inadequately. AI-powered adaptive learning system can address this issue by assessing individual knowledge gaps in real time, recommending tailored resources, dynamically adjusting difficulty level, and providing immediate feedback. This is not speculation. A World Bank study conducted here in Edo State, interestingly, found that 800 secondary school students who use AI as virtual tutor significantly outperformed their peers. In our own state, with our own children, proof of concept has been established. What then remains is the will to act. And I believe we've got the will here in Igbinedion University. Second, AI can help accelerate research for Africa-specific innovations. We all know that universities do more than just teach. They create knowledge and shape character. And that's why at the end of the day, you said you find a graduate worthy in character and learning. AI greatly enhanced research by analyzing extensive literature, uncovering patterns, and enabling complex simulations. However, we must focus on AI solutions that address our unique challenges, such as predictive model for agriculture, diagnostic system for local disease, and educational platforms tailored to our multilingual infrastructure limited context. With differences in culture, value system, geography, and more, Nigerian higher education institutions must become producers of AI knowledge rather than merely consumers of Western intellectual resources. The third point is democratizing access to education. AI-powered platforms can offer students in rural Edo State quality education comparable to that in Paris, Berlin, or London, using translational tools in over 500 languages. This can help break down geographical and linguistic barriers. However, we should be wary of the situation in some South African universities, where, according to Silidzi Mawala, a South African AI engineer, well-funded, historically white universities are advancing rapidly with AI, while their resource-limited, historically Black counterparts lag far behind, thereby worsening inequality in the system. We must therefore acknowledge that technology is not neutral. Without an emphasis on equity-focused design, AI could perpetuate privilege rather than eliminate it. Fourth, administrative transformation. AI can transform college administration by enabling early student support interventions, optimizing course schedules, streamlining routine processes, and enhancing campus safety through intelligence monitoring, augmenting human judgment with data-driven insight to make institutions more responsive and effective. With this, what then are the prospects of AI to our educational system in Nigeria? Nigeria has a unique advantage in the AI era, particularly due to our unmatched youth demographic and a thriving technology ecosystem, especially in fintech. The Mastercard Foundation projects that by year 2030, Africa's workforce will grow to 1 billion, necessitating a major educational transformation to equip young people with essential AI skills. Fortunately, our policy environment is evolving with the development of a national AI strategy that involves collaborations among researchers, technology companies, and civil society organizations. This groundbreaking groundwork will open opportunities for higher education institutions to contribute and pilot innovative approaches. Here, I see a significant opportunity for the National Youth Service Corps that I'm privileged to lead. With over 400,000 deployed annually, the NYC can serve as a platform for promoting AI literacy. Imagine core members as AI ambassadors, forming community development groups focused on digital education and facilitating technology transfer to rural areas. As the Director General, I am committed to exploring these initiatives and partnering with institutions such as Igbinedion University to develop scalable models. So what then are some of the challenges to AI propagation in a citadel of learning? As a military officer, I learned that honest assessment precedes effective strategy. We must confront hard realities without flinching. I have identified challenges to the propagation of AI in our institutions of learning in this paper. First is infrastructure deficits. AI system requires stable electricity, which I'm glad you got here at Igbinedion University, reliable high-speed internet, and substantial computing resources. However, many of our higher institutions are still working towards consistent access to these fundamentals. The question then becomes, how do we build AI capability or capacity while simultaneously strengthening foundational infrastructure? Second, digital colonization. Digital colonization is a significant concern. Microsoft CEO, that's Chief Executive Officer, Satya Nadella, claimed that AI can empower every individual, regardless of their background. But come to think about it, whose AI are we talking about? Trained on whose data? Reflecting whose values? And addressing whose problems? Without African involvement in AI development, we risk technological imperialism, more subtle, but no less consequential than its historical antecedent. The risk, as some scholars warn, is that AI may reinforce non-indigenous curricula rather than supporting the decolonization of Africa, the decolonization that African universities has pursued for decades. We must therefore pioneer AI systems that incorporate indigenous knowledge, reflect African languages and contexts, address African-specific challenges, and actively challenge algorithmic bias in imported systems. Third is human capacity gap. The gap in human capacity is evident in today's educational landscape, especially with the rise of AI. Many of our lecturers primarily are from the Gen X age group, age between 45 and 60. They struggle to keep pace with their digitally native students who have grown up with technology. This generational divide highlights the challenges posed by AI in education. While research on Nigerian science teachers shows strong support for AI, it also indicates significant concern about inadequate training. Older faculty members fear that AI may replace teachers, undermine expertise, and reduce human interaction. These concerns, though understandable, can hinder essential transformation in the educational system. Moreover, higher institutions in Nigeria face challenges in retaining AI talents, as the private sector often offer competitive compensation that academia cannot match. Fourth is ethical and regulatory gaps. Tools like ChatGPT allow students to create essays that resembles human writing, raising concerns about plagiarism and critical thinking. Research shows that many students use AI informally, and the lack of instructional guidance or institutional guidance creates ethical ambiguities. Currently, most Nigerian universities lack comprehensive policies on acceptable AI use and data governance, leaving students without clearly defined red lines or boundaries. Fifth is resource constraint. Like many nations globally, we face competing demands for limited educational resources. AI integration requires investments in hardware, software, infrastructure, training, and ongoing support. The challenge becomes, how do we pursue AI enhancement while meeting other critical educational needs? This demands innovation in funding models, strategic partnerships, and phased implementation approaches that maximizes impact within our resource reality. In other words, resource management, effective resource management. Then what then are the pathways or way forward for us in these strategic imperatives? With the aforementioned challenges that have been highlighted, what then is the path forward? I have proposed 5 imperatives in this paper, but we'll briefly discuss 4. 1 is infrastructure innovation. We cannot await perfect conditions. We must pursue public-private partnership for connectivity and AI-related research. Invest in solar-powered computing, adopt cloud-first strategies, establish regional computing centers where universities pool resources, and so many other innovations. Then we must, or we can go ahead to build with what we have while working towards what we need. Second, curriculum transformation. AI literacy must become universal. Every graduate, regardless of field, should understand AI capabilities, limitations, and implications. Our curriculum must use Nigerian case studies, incorporate Africa contributions to technology, critique Western-centric paradigms, and teach students to identify biases. 3, systematic capacity building. Our lecturers need mandatory AI training, supported by international partnership, train-the-trainer programs, and incentives that reward innovation, backed by competitive conditions that help us attract and retain talents our universities produce and deserve. Fourth, policy and governance framework. Every university needs AI ethics committee to develop and use policies, review research, investigate complaints, and ensure data protection compliance. Clear academic integrity policies addressing when students may use AI, what constitutes plagiarism in an AI era, and how faculty should integrate AI into assessment must be formulated for us to fit into the new normal. Well, I'm being conscious of the time, and I will quickly round up at this moment by going straight to the conclusion. And I will, by that, like to say, distinguished guests, and the potentials of AI in our education system is extraordinary. The prospects are real. The challenges are formidable, but we have faced formidable challenges before. This very university's funding 26 years ago was itself an act of defiance against those who doubted Nigeria's capacity. Today, I call on you to defy again, to lead Nigerian higher education into an AI-enhanced future that is ethical, equitable, and authentically African. University leaders must make AI a strategic priority. Faculty should embrace continual learning. Students must take charge of their AI literacy. The government should provide funding and clear frameworks, and the private sector must deepen partnership. For our part at the National Youth Service Corps, we will pilot AI training for corps members, embed digital learning in community service, and strengthen universities' collaboration, leveraging the nearly 400,000 youths we deploy each year to drive nationwide AI awareness. To the graduating class of 2025, you are stepping into an AI-driven world. I challenge you to embrace its potentials with curiosity and responsibility. Use it to enhance your ability, not diminish your humanity. AI has already transformed your world. Your task is to lead the transformation that comes next. Remember that education is ultimately about collective upliftment. So apply your skills to solve community problems, expand opportunity, and build a Nigeria where technology serves human dignity. And as Igbinedion University has shown that Nigeria excellence needs no external validation. Let Africa lead with its own values and innovation. Congratulations to the graduating class. Congratulations to the Chancellor and everyone in the leadership of these great institutions. I challenge and charge our graduating class to go forth and shape the future. Thank you for this privilege, and God bless you all.
So at this honorable assembly, we can do better. better than that. We thank you, the DG National Youth Service Corps, for that very wonderful, informative, and also action-packed lecture which you have delivered here today. Briefly now, we are going to have a dance interlude by students of the Sir Dr. David Osunde Center for Entrepreneurship Studies. But while they are getting ready to wow us, I want to quickly recognize some distinguished guests who are here in our midst. Permit me at this point to recognize the presence of Professor Mrs. M.N. Ezemonye, a professor of hydrology and water resources management, who recently delivered her inaugural lecture. That was the 354th inaugural lecture of the University of Benin. Please, can we appreciate her? Also here with us today is Mr. Musa Ilyasu, the Deputy Director of National Universities Commission. Please, can we appreciate him? We also have with us High Chief Ezenyili Kelvin, Obi, PhD, Executive Chairman, Oshimili South Local Government. Please, can we appreciate him? Also with us are some rep of Vice Chancellors of universities and also rep of sister institutions. We have here Mr. Emeka Oji, the representative of the Director General, National Office for Tech Acquisition and Promotion, NOTAP. Please, can we appreciate him? We also have here with us the representative of the Acting Vice Chancellor, University of Abuja, the very person of Professor Rhoda Mundi. Please, can we applaud her? We also have here with us Professor Sonny Awofeda, all the way from Delta State University, Abraka. He is the Dean of Postgraduate School. He is here representing his Vice Chancellor. Please, can we appreciate him? We have here with us Professor Oluyinka Okunbayo, the Provost, the Postgraduate College, the Provost of the Postgraduate College, ABU Zaria, here representing the VC. Please, can we appreciate him? Here with us also is the Dean, Faculty of Nursing Science, representing the Vice Chancellor, Spring University. I'm talking about Professor Ngozi Osunde. Please, can we appreciate her? Here with us also is Professor Teresa Yu Akogome, all the way representing the Vice Chancellor. He's here all the way from Benson, Dahosa University, Benin City. He is the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, representing the Vice Chancellor. Please, let us appreciate him. So Timothy Aneke, the Vice Chancellor, Covenant University, Canaan Land, Otta. Please, can we appreciate him? Also here with us is Professor Richard Amadi, BBC academic, all the way from River State University, Port Harcourt. Please, can we appreciate him? At this point, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the Deputy Chancellor to, on behalf of His Excellency, the Honorable Chancellor, kindly make a presentation to our distinguished guest speaker for today's ceremony. Please, can we give him a round of applause as he does that? This presentation of plaque to our distinguished guest speaker is a simple gesture to say thank you for doing justice to the topic of the lecture here today. Please let us give him a round of applause.
Indeed, the guest lecturer did justice to the subject. Can we celebrate?
Also quickly, I would like to recognize the presence of the rep of the CEO, Natural Eco Capital, Dr. Chimere Mary.
Allow me recognize the presence of the representative of the Army of Ife. His Royal Majesty of Adekunle Adebowale Ogolu of Agbaje Ife. Hands together for distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We also have here the representative, in fact, the representatives of the president and founder of Christ Embassy Administration Worldwide. That's Chair Dr. Chris Wahida. Sub-Zone Pastor Benny Sub-Zone, Mr. Freeman, so that is together. Also on the charge, Mr. Chris Wahida is evangelist, member of the Christ Embassy. Thank you very much for I remember that Pastor Dr. Chris Oyafilome was here some 2 years ago on communication. We can never forget that experience. Can we put our hands together for Pastor Chris? We'd like to welcome Pastor Dr. Blessed MDC. Yes, thank you so much for coming, sir. We're very delighted to have you. Mrs. Stella Coband of the Department of State Services, DSS, Assistant Director, representing the Director of DSS. Together for that. We'd like to welcome the representative of the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 5. We welcome especially together for the We'd like to invite the dancers to come and entertain this audience. The students of Sir David Osule Center for Entrepreneurship Studies University Okada will entertain us. You have just 5 minutes to do this. And you did not, your time starts now. Thank you.
Samu kuɗinka kawai ka kashe, kar ka bari su kashe maka sanda kake nema ba mai taina maka ruwa na. Versatility. Samu kuɗinka kawai ka kashe, kar ka bari su kashe maka sanda kake nema ba mai taina maka ruwa na duka su kuɗin ɗaka. Kuma ka kiba su yi maka, ina kuɗin da ban haka. Mas ang saya maka kasi kung magkaya igatas. Jesus. I want to know. Kasi nanikas like what? It's only very good. It is not me, and it is not Jesus.
No, no, e no dey normal to do. How una dey come up with all these things now?
Demolish! Mmadụ ga-eme ya.
Thank you so much. Those were students of the Sir Dr. David Osunde Center for Entrepreneurship Students. Please can we put our hands together for them once again? May I now invite the registrar to kindly continue the proceedings of this honorable assembly. Thank you.
Admission into postgraduate diploma, master's, and doctorate degrees. Postgraduate diploma. Honorable Chancellor, sir, these persons who will be presented to you have fulfilled the requirements as prescribed by the statute and regulations of Igbinedion University and have been found worthy, both in character and learning, to be admitted into the postgraduate diploma in political science, public administration, accounting, banking and finance, computer science and information technology, civil engineering, business administration, microbiology of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research of Igbinedion University. I therefore call on the Dean, School of Postgraduate Studies and Research, to present the graduates. Dean,
Will the postgraduate diploma graduates of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research please stand? Postgraduate diploma students, please stand. Honorable Chancellor, sir, on behalf of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research, and by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following persons whose names appear on the list, those present and those absent for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to be admitted to the postgraduate diploma of political science and pop admin, accounting, banking and finance, computer science and information technology, civil engineering, business administration, microbiology of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research of Igbinedion University, Okada.
By the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit each of you, those present and those who are unavoidably absent, for whom the Dean stands proxy, to the postgraduate diploma in political science and public administration, accounting, banking and finance, computer science and information technology, civil engineering, business administration, microbiology of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research of Igbinedion University, Okada. Congratulations.
Please just step out to the dais for the prestigious handshake with the Chancellor or Vice Chancellor. Adekunle Peace, Ayonde Erio, Osareti Uyi, Orene Kokuya Favor, Okachi Tochuku, Oronsaye James, Osazua Helen, Sere Victoria, Ese Mokumo Vivian, Igbinedion Gabriel, Oguntusin, Oluwafemi, Ofechi Gift, Ogunbene Akim, Goodluck Weriogun, Ebekame James, Ebewe Godstein, Telekowe Dubaswede, Diana Uduwosi, Ademole Adewole, Ejum Anthony, Akinola Dorcas, Idemudia, and Udiagbe Egosa. Thank you.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, these persons who will be presented to you have fulfilled the requirement as prescribed by the statute and regulations of Igbinedion University and have been found worthy both in character and learning to be admitted into the master's degree of Economics and Development Studies, International Relations and Strategic Studies, Sociology and Anthropology, Microbiology, Computer Science and Information Technology, Accounting, Business and Banking and Finance, Business Administration, Civil Engineering, Law, Pharmaceutics and Pharmaceutical Technology, Chemical and Petroleum Engineering, and Nursing Science of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research of Igbinedion University. I therefore call on the Dean, Postgraduate Studies and Research to present these graduates. Dean, ma'am.
Will the master's degree graduates of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research please stand? Honorable Chancellor, sir, on behalf of the School of Graduate Studies and Research, and by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following persons whose names appear on the list. Those present and those absent for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to be admitted to the master's degree in Economics and Development Studies, International Relations and Strategic Studies, Sociology and Anthropology, Microbiology, Biochemistry, Computer Science and Information Technology, Accounting, Banking and Finance, Business Administration, Civil Engineering, Law, Pharmaceutics and Pharmaceutical Technology, Petroleum Engineering, and Nursing Science of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research of Igbinedion University, Okada.
By the powers vested in me, Chancellor, I admit each of you, those present and those unavoidably absent, for whom the Dean stands proxy to the master's degree of Economics, Development Studies, International Relations and Strategic Studies, Sociology and Anthropology, Microbiology, Computer Science and Information Technology, Accounting, Finance and Finance Business Administration, Civil Engineering, Law, Pharmaceutics and Pharmaceuticals, Tech, Chemical and Petro Engineering, and Nursing of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research of Igbinedion University, Okada. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Please let's file out for the customary handshake. In no special order, please. Enoma Esther, Wane Patricia, Unugwe Ifiniwa, Akinde Augustine, Adidi Kiel, Ode Obanla Patricia, Edobo George, Edobiawere Happy, Obiri Harry, Okeke Bariski, Okanado, Lucky, Okosi Jason, Otedori, Ojoko Event, Ahayere Christian, Oguntola Gideon, Ojumide Bishop, Adesosun Thomas, Okodua Smith, Yoha Enforcer, Omorege Bronson, Bays Glory, Ezike Martha, Inim Daniel, Otiode Matthew, Osaigbovo Osawe, Aliu Otokiti, Mercy Edero Pon, Ndubisi Faith, Ekokobo, Enemy, Odoro Uyi, Adiguku Jennifer, Aleku Jane, Iwere Odogbika, Deborah Enu Jacob, Afega Hussein, Temile Alero, Ogunbo Joy, Nabuke Ipa, Ayin Bowen Lucky, Richard Lydia, Idemudu Amorodion, Edoja Samson, Okoina Joshua, Hamid Wahid, Erieta Emefele, Otabo Irigoma, Onabe Albert, Osa Paul, Eruwe Dede, Ufoma, Apollomed Daniel, Odeli Favor, Oguma Amarachi, Veredugo Precious, Kukoyi Violet, Elebusun Vera, Apoka Augustine, Obuye Victoria, Ogaye Rosemary, Essie Mary, Adore Blessing, Salami Faith, Arekome Vera, Esele Gold, Anslem Catherine, Iyanome Sarah, Basi Immaculata, Wanko Esther, Okon Edem, Arubide David, Ethiopia Odion, Iyore Osasu, Asupo Enobon, Ayeni Regina, Obot, Udwak, Upoho Ofenime, Adebayo Rosemary, Kayode Olusholakpe, Ohawa Ogeni Fijeru, Mohammed Usman, Ekoyata Charles, Omogiade Joseph, Idiagbe Samuel, Ayodele Abidemi, Anthony Okobo, Ijaodola Olamide, Imagbe Felix, Nosa Adams, Odia Peters, Ogbanaya Isaac, Okundaye Happy, Idiagbegbe Blessing, Osula Afiangbe, Eduje Anthony, Ehilimen, Ehime, Omorege Dolly, Obasi Uchenna, Sani Ibrahim, Adenike Layefa, Khalil Muna, Ehiname Augustina, and then the last but not the least, we have Moazu Khalid.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, these persons who will be presented to you have fulfilled the requirement as prescribed by the statute and regulations of Igbinedion University and have been found worthy, both in character and learning, to be admitted into the doctorate degree of philosophy in political science and public administration, international relations and strategic studies, accounting, banking and finance, law, business administration, microbiology, chemical and petroleum engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, and computer science and information technology of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research of Igbinedion University. I therefore call on the Dean Postgraduate School, Postgraduate Studies and Research to present the graduates. Dean Ma.
Thank you, the registrar. Will the doctorate degree graduates of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research please stand? Honorable Chancellor, sir, On behalf of the School of Graduate Studies and Research, and by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following persons whose names appear on the list, those present and those absent for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be admitted to the doctorate degree of philosophy in political science and pub admin, international relations and strategic studies, accounting, banking and finance, law, business administration, microbiology, chemical and petroleum engineering, electrical electronics engineering, computer science and information technology of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research of Igbinedion University, Okada.
By the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit each of you, those present and those who are unavoidably absent, for whom the Dean stands proxy to the doctorate degree of philosophy in political science and public administration, international relations and strategic studies, accounting, banking and finance, law, business administration, microbiology, chemical, petroleum engineering, electrical, electronics engineering, and computer science and information technology of the School of Postgraduate Studies and Research of Igbinedion University, Okada. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Please let's step out majestically for the customary handshake. Ebojale Patrick, Eboya, Egeseri, Ogogo, Jagade Olubenga, Jagade Ebenezer, Oboite Jonathan, Obot Victor, Odogion Kehinde, Samson Kalu, Sonyawo Fila Oluwaseun, Oswanlele Albert Unifen, Adekola Adetunji, Felix EJ, Chakpene Zidiaga, Ima Fidon Emmanuel Egosa, Onogolo Obigo Anslem, Obiri Dorcas, Ituefe Evelyn, Emovon Felix Osayabo, Agbaje Taiwo, Michael Adeni Thomas, Abel Wambute, Initiative, Potwede Martin, Edoyi Nosakari, Deborah Odejimi, Danise Abdul Ganiyu, Yusuf Abdul Karim, Aaron Berekobiri, Moye Michael, Osebu Margaret, Edebiri Charles, Osula Venisa, Emmanuel Orobosa, Ejairu Joseph, Paul Efe, Idehen Evaluable Faith, Folakemi Judith, Ahmed Haruna Mohammed, Eli Ufuama Emefini, Vitalis Ozo, Iziegbe Usiohen, Olorunleke Aregbe, Abieyiwa Blessing Okoro, Afemiwa Odunayo, Ebiene Mbano, Ekewe Emmanuel, Obadan Abibu, Obadaya Omolayo, Ọpẹ́ṣeyí Olúwatọ̀bùsí, Oyinlóye Queen, Kuriri Omena Ofajemu, Agugu Modupe, Aladejare Abiola, Ojetayo Helen, Wobi Anthony, Osayuwa Clement, Amusan Festus Olatubosun. Congratulations. Please, after the handshake and collection of scroll, please just return to your seat and then sit down, please.
Super congratulations to Steve. Now, Dr. Can we appreciate him? Congratulations to Dr. Can we appreciate him? Congratulations also to the Student Affairs Officer. Congratulations to the officer of Salam Abaka College of Engineering, Dr. Victor Roberts. Please can appreciate him.
And you forgot to add that the dean of the postgraduate school, Professor
Please can appreciate them as they file out to have the ceremonial handshake. Please let us appreciate them, please.
Okay. Okay, we want to seize this opportunity. Allow me really congratulate my professional colleague, Patrick Ebojele, PhD, a journalist of no mean repute, the managing director of TV, Airways. Congratulations and welcome to this occasion. Former Commissioner of Health, Edo State, Dr. Patrick Okunwa, recognize the presence here. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. And we recognize the presence of the CEO, Natural Eco Capital Limited, Dr. Eugene Itwa, represented by Dr. Chinwe May of Ajua. Thank you for coming, man. I recognize the area commander, Ekadolo, ACP Umar Gaba, representing the Commissioner of Police in Edo State. Thank you for coming, sir. I'd like to recognize a PDP chieftain, Lucky Roche. Thank you. I hope I got that. I recognize you especially, Mr. Saturday Osakwe of the National Youth Service Corps, Local Government Inspector, LG1. LG1, of course, of the Ohio Northeast Local Government Area. MD Rosula Foundation is represented by RBS Imade Ken Esquire. Thank you.
Admission into bachelor's degree. Ladies and gentlemen, for want of time, we'll appeal that only those who are graduating in the first class will come over to have handshake with the Honorable Chancellor. The rest of you are very great. You are great. Honorable Chancellor, sir, this all right. Your protest has been heard. And the Honorable Chancellor has graciously agreed that all of you would come out and have handshake with him.
I
May I also appeal that as soon as you come out and have your handshake with the Honorable Chancellor, please take your seat. Don't move around because the convocation is still on. Please, this is my appeal to you and the appeal of the Honorable Chancellor. Honorable Chancellor, sir, these persons who will be presented to you have fulfilled the requirement as prescribed by the statutes and regulations of Igbinedion University and have been found worthy both in character and learning to be admitted into the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Pharmacy, Bachelor of Nursing Science, Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science, Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, and Bachelor of Laws of Igbinedion University. I therefore call upon the Dean, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, College of Arts and Social Sciences, to present the graduates. Dean, ma'am.
With the graduates of Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, College of Arts and Social Sciences, please stand. Honorable Chancellor, sir, on behalf of Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, College of Arts and Social Sciences, and by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following persons whose names appear on the list, those present and those absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Science of Igbinedion University.
By the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit each of you, those present and those who are unavoidably absent, for whom the Dean stands proxy to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Sciences of Igbinedion University, Okada. Congratulations.
The graduate should please file out, bow, and have a handshake with the Deputy Chancellor. From the Department of English, First Class, Azuka Favor Ngozi. From the Department of Geography, Amuwa Franklin Olabode. From the Department of International Relations and Strategic Studies, Celestine Bliss Ifnaya. From the Department of Mass Communication, Biseni Ebilari Stephanie. Keribi Temira Faith, Mimi Alex, Mike Bella Origomisa. And from the Department of Theater Arts, Yomi Adams, Oluwa Sufafumi Faith, while others follow.
Congratulations to every one of you. The journey indeed has ended in praise. Your hard work has paid off. Congratulations. Igbinedion University has continued by the grace of God, over 20,000 already and still counting. Congratulations once again.
That once you are done from here, take your seat. Please take your seat. Honorable Chancellor, sir, the Dean, Malam Sanusi Lamido Sanusi College of Business Management Studies, will now present those students who have fulfilled the requirements prescribed by Igbinedion University and have been found worthy to be admitted into the degree of Bachelor of Science of the university. I therefore call on the Dean, Malam Sanusi Lamido Sanusi College of Management Studies, to present the graduates. Dean, sir.
Will the graduates of the Malam Sanusi Lamido Sanusi College of Business and Management Studies please stand? Honorable Chancellor, sir, on behalf of the Malam Sanusi Lamido Sanusi College of Business and Management Studies, and by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following persons whose names appear on the list, those present and those absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science of Igbinedion University.
By the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit each of you, those present and those who are unavoidably absent, for whom the Dean stands proxy to the degree of Bachelor of Science of Igbinedion University, Okada. Congratulations.
May the graduates now file past the dais, bow, and shake hands with the Chancellor. Starting with our exceptional first class honors graduates from the Department of Business Administration, with 3 first class graduates, starting with Kemaro Helen Erube. Second, Laura Eki, Esther Chidere, and Monet. Others, please join in.
Can we put our hands together for them as they come out for a handshake with the Deputy Chancellor? While that is ongoing, I want to quickly recognize these following individuals who are seated at the 5th row to the right. Mr. Lee of Logistic Company Limited, please can we appreciate him? We also have Mr. Carl Zhang from Time Ceramics Nigeria Limited. We also have Mr. Alex Wong of Ronchai Industrial Park. Please let us appreciate them, please.
See a star Omoregbe, the division officer Okada, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Edo State Command. Recognize you, man. We recognize a representative of the zonal director, JAMB, as a joint admission and matriculation board. Welcome you. Thank you.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, the Dean General Abdulsalami Abubakar College of Engineering will now present those students who have fulfilled the requirements as prescribed by Igbinedion University and have been found worthy to be admitted into the degree of Bachelor of Engineering of the university. I therefore call on the Dean General Abdulsalami Abubakar College of Engineering to present the graduates. Dean, sir.
Will the graduates of General Abdulsalami Abubakar College of Engineering please stand? Honorable Chancellor, sir, on behalf of the General Abdulsalami Abubakar College of Engineering and by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following persons whose names appear on the list, those present and those absent for whom I stand present, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering of Igbinedion University.
By the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit each of you, those present and those unavoidably absent, for whom the Dean stands worthy to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering of Igbinedion University, Okada. Congratulations.
Will the graduates file out, pass the dice, bow, and have a handshake with the Honorable Chancellor, starting from the first class. College of Engineering produced 16 first class. Starting from Chemical Engineering, Hart Samuel, Idonjes Helen, Imafidon Verera, Olufo Chama, Ogumbuyi Michael. From Computer Engineering, Aina Rebecca, Enakwadia Wisdom, Hafet Jessica. From Electrical Electronics Engineering, Adesina Omobalaji. From Mechanical Engineering, Olushola Ayomide Omowa Joshua. Ogbe Dejo Isaac. From Petroleum Engineering, I have Okonofor Jennifer. Adeleye Emmanuel. Edo Osage Osayi. Idehia Blessing. Others follow.
And the sounds the big one.
Congratulations once again to all the graduates of General Salami Abubakar College of to the Deputy Chancellor, who permit me to recognize some distinguished guests who are part of the entourage of the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps. We have here with us today Madam Caroline Williams, MD, the Director of Information and Public Relations. We also have here today Alhaji Suleiman Abdul, Director of Special Duties. We have Dr. Mrs. Francis Shea, NYSC Coordinator of the State. Also, Christopher, Assistant Director, Protocol, and Major S. Mohammed, Military Assistant to the Director General. Thank you for your presence.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, the Dean of Igbinedion College of Law will now present those students who have fulfilled the requirement as prescribed by Igbinedion University and have been found worthy to be admitted into the degree of laws of the university. I therefore call on the Dean of Igbinedion College of Law to present the graduates. Dean, please.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, will the graduates of Igbinedion College of Law please stand and remain standing? Honorable Chancellor, sir, on behalf of Igbinedion College of Law and by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following persons whose names appear on the list, those present and those absent for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to be admitted into the degree of Bachelors of Law of Igbinedion University, Okada. By the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit each of you, those present and those who are unavoidably absent, for whom the Dean stands proxy to the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Igbinedion University, Okada. Congratulations. Honorable Chancellor, sir, in Igbinedion College of Law, we have 12 first class. I would therefore call on the first class and others to come out to have a handshake with the Honorable Chancellor, starting with Abiodun Iyaoluwa Jesulola, Aro Victory Osaenoma, Dibia Israel Kechukwu, Bello Elorosa Jennifer, Ime Ubani Tio Onyekwere, Imo Chiemere Amara, Uwaneberi Mary Oyenchichi, Uwabani Chiretu Udochi, Okala Tukudubem Kingsley, Osaboye Mind Miracle, Sumola Safia Obombola, and Wikos, Femi, first class. Others, Adiola Otobari Mercy, Ademolu Aderisola Faith, Ajayi Victoria Ayomide, Akore Salem Mudiate, Alice Ihechi Esa, Alo Iyichi Virginia, Ani Precious Okochukwu, Asemota Gift, Ayoyomi Maiwa Dominion, Benkoko Elizabeth Wana, Bernard Precious Larene, Chikezi Chidubim Michael, Chukuma Praise Ijoma, Tolenos Mary, Cottrell Ayebam Nemi Victoria, Daniela Dubembi, Doruwaye Love Oluwaferami, Boygbe Osa Penance, Temi Oluwa, F-Youth, Elogoni Okon, Ojebonu Justice Nnamdi, Ejeze Gift Oyenyechi, Emmanuel Undubi Marius Chibuzo, Eze Chiburen Baron, Ezioku Amara Irene, Kwayanju Priscilla Oluwafemi, Benbache Marion Kehun, Ibe Siona, Hebrew Faith.
Let us appreciate them again. Please let us put our hands together for them.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, the Dean Oba Adeyeye Enito Ogunwusi Ojaja, the Second College of Natural and Applied Sciences, will now present those students who have fulfilled the requirements as prescribed by Igbinedion University and have been found worthy to be admitted into the degree of Bachelor of Science of the university. I therefore call upon the Dean Oba Adeyeye Enito Ogunwusi Ojaja, the Second College of Natural and Applied Sciences, to present the graduates. Dean, sir.
Will the graduates of Oba Adeyeye Enito Ogunwusi Ojaja II, College of Natural and Applied Sciences, please stand and keep standing. Honorable Chancellor, sir, on behalf of the Oba Adeyeye Enito Ogunwusi Ojaja II, College of Natural and Applied Sciences, and by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following persons whose names appear on the list, those present and those absent for who I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science of Igbinedion University.
By the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit each of you, those present and those unavoidably absent, for whom the Dean stands proxy to the degree of Bachelor of Science of Igbinedion University, Okada. Congratulations.
Now, I'll call your names, beginning from the first class students. I'm happy to announce that the College of Natural and Applied Sciences produced 12 first class graduates. From the Department of Computer Science and Information Technology, Adekoya Adebo Wale Samuel, Edigbonya Nico Osamagwe, Idemudia Esoye Elizabeth, Otiga Godslov Beyin, Tom Emanuela Tamara Layefa. From the Department of Biological Sciences, Al Agiri Agboneye Gail, Adibenwa Emmanuel, Odehen Ufeko Daisy, Erijua Omuwomi, Ismail Ajibola Samiat Adetoro. Osabuen Ivie Jessica. From the Department of Biochemistry, Adesina Rosemary Praise.
And we must congratulate all of you for this very great achievement. And we wish you well in your next phase of life. And of course, we know that you represent Igbinedion University anywhere you find yourself in the world. Congratulations. Proud ambassador of IUO. I'd like to use this opportunity to recognize my Lord Honorable Justice Ohimai Obiagele, whose child is also celebrating today. Congratulations, my Lord. The Assistant Commander of Narcotics, NDLEA, Amos Ghana, Okada Area Commander. Thank you for coming. I understand you are representing the State Commander, NDLEA, Edo State. Thank you so much, sir. The residential honesty program is very well also part of this event. Senior Reintegration Officer, thank you very much, Mr. Festus Dogra, representing the Administrator, Presidential Amnesty Program, Chief Dennis Buto Travel, PhD. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. The Presidential Amnesty Program, indeed, is having a very rewarding partnership with the Igbinedion University, Okada, and over the years now, that partnership has continued to grow from strength to strength. Thank you very much. The Registrar, sir.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, the Dean, School of Clinical Medicine, will now present students who have fulfilled the requirements as prescribed by Igbinedion University and have been found worthy to be admitted into the degree of medicine, degree of surgery, MBBS of the university. I call on the Dean, Clinical Medicine to present the graduates. Dean, ma'am.
Thank you, Registrar. Will the graduates of the School of Clinical Medicine please stand? Honorable Chancellor, sir, on behalf of the School of Clinical Medicine and by the authority of the Senate, I present to you the following persons whose names appear on the list, those present and those absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, MBBS, of the Igbinedion University, Okada.
By the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit each of you, those present and those unavoidably absent, for whom the Dean stands proxy, to the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, MBBS of the University, Igbinedion University, Okada. Congratulations.
Will the medical graduates, led by the three doctors who scored distinction passes at the Part 4 MBBS examination, please file out, as well as the class representatives. Those three doctors who had distinctions between them are Dr. Nna Austin Habinachi, Monago Chubuebuka Okundu, Nwaboni Chidima Ugona. Others, no less important, should please follow to receive the commemorative handshake from the Deputy Chancellor, as well as the symbolic scroll.
Congratulations to the latest medical doctors in town. May I appeal to those standing to be seated? And please, let's have conversations in moderate tone so that we can have decorum here. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. The Registrar, sir.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, the Dean School of Basic Medical Sciences will now present those students who have fulfilled the requirements as prescribed by Igbinedion University and have been found worthy to be admitted into the bachelor's degree of anatomy, Bachelor of Science Physiology, Bachelor of Nursing, and Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science of the university. I therefore call on the Dean, School of Basic Medical Sciences, to present the graduates. Dean, sir.
Will the graduates of the School of Basic Medical Sciences please stand? Honorable Chancellor, sir, on behalf of the School of Basic Medical Sciences and by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following persons whose name appear on the list, those present and those absent for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to be admitted into the Bachelor of Science Anatomy, Bachelor of Science Physiology, Bachelor of Nursing Science, and Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science of the university.
By the authority vested me as Chancellor, I admit each of you, those present and those unavoidably absent, for whom the Dean stands proxy to the degree of Bachelor of Science Anatomy, Bachelor of Science Physiology, Bachelor of Nursing Science, and Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science of the university. Congratulations.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, the School of Basic Medical Sciences produced 15 first-class graduates. The students will file out to have handshake, starting with the first-class students. First-class anatomy. Abaramonye Chidubem Smart. Ekbe Grace Ekam. Ogbunda Favor. Udofia Ime. Medical Laboratory Science Histopathology option. First class. Atobremo Faith. Medical Laboratory Dauda Abida Abdi. Medical Laboratory Science Microbiology option. Akpan Peace Jacob. Department of Nursing Science. Abontan Ivie Joy. Alayo Taiwo Dr. Opaleke Gift. Oyesomi Comfort. Department of Physiology, first class. Alison Ruth Chioma. Odiase Esther Iyobo Ogosa. Others file following.
Yes, of course, what we are seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, is a result of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Lawrence Ikechukwu is here for us. Just look at it, day and night is out ensuring that his university remains on the roadmap. And of course, he ensures excellence in academics, and this is what we are seeing here today. Sir, we must congratulate you for all of this. And of course, we must say we are grateful to the Honorable Chancellor, the Deputy Chancellor, and of course, the Board of Regents and Governing Council for the support that they've continued to give to this team to achieve what we are seeing here today. Igbinedion University is indeed soaring higher every day. And I must thank the parents who have kept faith with us, who have continued to believe in the university and have continued to send their children here. Thank you so much. We particularly recognize the chairman of the Parents Consultative Forum, Dr. Osawani Yamazua, and all other parents here present. We are not ungrateful to you, all you do for the university. Thank you so much. And of course, all our partners, those who support this vision, those who have continued to send in students on scholarship, particularly the Presidential Amnesty Program. Thank you very much. The Solar Foundation, thank you so much. We appreciate you. The Kano State government, of course, recently the Zamfara State government, thank you so much for all that you do for this university. I know that many more state governments, particularly in northern Nigeria, are warming up to sending their students here to study. And that is because they believe so much in this university. This university has a name. And of course, that name is standing out amongst a committee of private and even public universities in Nigeria. University, and I am particularly proud that I am also now